And that is where we say anybody who has that style of initiation on their head should come to the source. Not me Adelekan sitting in my house in London or in America and say, oh, let me initiate you, sister. Initiations are done in the temples and shrines. And as I was telling you yesterday, we've been trying to make modifications to initiations right now. Because a lot of people say, oh, if you go there, do they use human sacrifice? Do they kill you? You see them killing somebody? That is why we, the present custodians, try to put a bit of modifications into what we do. Most of the things we do at night now, we do it in front of cameras now. You understand me? Right. So that people from the diaspora, we usually ask them, when we are slaughtering animals, they say we slaughter animal. Yes, we slaughter animal. I don't slaughter animal in my house. They were there for 5-6 weeks. But the animal we slaughter is in the shrine. You see? And anytime we are slaughtering this animal, we say, we say we are sacrificing this animal, not human being. Human sacrifice is not particularly to Africans alone. Olodumare himself stopped it. It is God himself who stopped it through Abraham. And since then, nobody has ever done it. The only initiation we don't do in open now is women initiation. Because if you are to be initiated, or any woman is to be initiated there, she will be handed, after we do the reading for her, in the open, and it can be filmed. But when the actual initiation is going to take place, we will hand over her to the women who are taking her to where. Because it's against our tradition for me now to say, because I want to initiate you, come and expose yourself before me. It's never done. That's why we ask people here, when you say, I'm initiated, into what? Into one Odisha, we initiate you. So my initiative, I tell you, that man is a thief. Let him come and challenge me. We are here, has ever seen a man initiating a woman into the Odisha, you say. Even if a woman is to be initiated into Ifa, you understand me? When we have performed the open part of it, we will hand over her to another woman initiative to go and do their ceremony there. Right. What they do there, we mustn't know, and we mustn't witness it. So we put a bit of modification into what we do now because of wrong publicity and wrong information being given to the people in the West. That's why we allow cameras and the pictures in some areas. I will use the word some areas where it is applicable. And we always ask people to come, because you can never be a Roman Catholic cardinal without going to Rome. People who have the star of initiation on their head and they want to embark on the journey, we bring them back home. And they'll be handed. Because that one replaces what the colonialists did to our ancestors. When we talk of Sierra Leone and everybody, our returnees, they were bringing to Africa, they stopped them in Sierra Leone. Brought some of them back here, they'll be trained as reverend fathers, pastors, catechists. Even the man who translated the Holy Bible into Yoruba language is an ex-slave, Samuel Ajayi Crowder, the first Anglican bishop. His ancestors he was taken as a young boy from Ogun, Oke-Ogun, in the present Oyo state of Nigeria. They trained him as the first Anglican bishop, and the first theological college, Forobe College, was established in Sierra Leone by the colonialists. So this is what these people are doing. This religion does not allow criminals. Up to today in Africa, it is only we practitioners that you can never find in prison or in drug dealing or in anything. Quote me to any part of the world. You can never see any religious, any traditional African religion practitioner in crime or doing anything against the law of the nation. Because we know the judgment is right behind us. You see what I mean? Once you go against the rulings and the teaching of the Orishas, and that's why a lot of people are running from it, because they cannot be honest. We deal with honest living. We do things honestly. We don't steal. We don't tell lies. Because we know that any mistake we make is against the belief of the ancestors, and they are there to punish us. So this is where the message of the initiatives, and they will always be told, you are going back, go and be a good ambassador of this religion. Live clean lives, do clean things, and let the world know you as president of this religion in a honest way.
Okay. As we know, what happens is generally if someone does slip from the path, they become the representative of everything. There have been many Christians who have been liars, thieves, cheats, but true Christians, true believers are going to turn around and say, well, these guys are not. Same with Muslims, any of the religions. But more than any other, African religions, traditional religions, are being characterized by wrongdoing and mischief. So these are the kind of things. It's like a general view of Africa. I'm a dual heritage. My mother's English, my father's Igbo. So therefore, I was taught to revere my English side, but my Igbo side is always believed to be lesser than. But as I got older, I started to ask questions about this culture and the way that it treats and tells misinformation about other cultures. And so by doing that, my search, it means I've uncovered a lot of information, and I also have to do checks and balances. I've found that my mother's people I'm talking here, those generally in power, I'm talking the arrogance of academics who generally believe that their thoughts and opinions have to be universalized for the good of the world. And if the world in its present state is in a good state, let them take responsibility for that. But generally, they look down on other peoples and cultures, and it's a bad thing. So like I say, cultural capital, start to trade and get some respect by activities like this.